Imagine waking up after a storm to find your home gone, your community in chaos, and your water utility, your lifeline, on the brink. What happens next depends not just on infrastructure, but on leadership. Water utilities are the backbone of public health and quality of life. When disaster strikes, it's not just pipes and pumps that matter. It's people and the leaders guiding them. Let me take you to Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana, a community of 110,000 people. 2 surface water treatment, Huma and Shriver plant serve the entire parish. The Huma plant, inaccessible due to fallen trees and power lines, kept producing water. It was unstaffed until it ran out. The Shriver plant, staffed but damaged, lost disinfection and went offline for 2 days to make repairs. 100% of the customers lost water access. Yet within just 20 days, 98% of the parish had water service restored. That's not just a technical feat. It is a leadership triumph. Here are some leadership principles involved in this recovery process: decisiveness, communication, collaboration, trust, awareness, empowerment, and continuity. Decisiveness. When the chlorine dioxide lines at Shriver failed, leaders didn't hesitate. They shut down, repaired, and restarted operation within 48 hours. Quick, informed decisions prevented further contamination and accelerated the recovery process. Communication. During the crisis, utility leaders stayed in regular touch with their parish via media and coordinated with emergency agencies at all levels. This ensured timely access to generators, fuel, and much-needed provisions. Communication wasn't just internal, it was strategic and outward-facing. Collaboration. Recovery wasn't a solo effort. Leaders coordinated with FEMA, state emergency teams, and local partners. They divided teams to maintain specific operations and leveraged external resources to fill gaps. Now that is collaboration. Trust. Some operators had no homes to return to, unfortunately. The utility stepped in, providing food and housing for their families who couldn't access their homes. This act of compassion built trust and kept morale high. Operators knew their leaders had their backs. That is a great feeling. Awareness. Leaders understood the terrain. They had the GPS, both physical and operational. They had the GPS sorted out. They knew which plant could run unattended, which systems were vulnerable, and how long repairs would take. This situational intelligence guided every move. Empowerment. Operators were not micromanaged. They were trusted to act. Teams were empowered to make decisions on the ground, adopt protocols, and keep water flowing under extreme conditions. Continuity. From day one, the focus wasn't just on fixing what's broke. It was on restoring service and preparing for the next storm. The team had an entire binder on everything to do once a storm enters the Gulf of America. The binders get updated with what is learned, what worked, and what didn't work. Recovery planning was embedded in the response. Leadership training should not be as routine as infrastructure maintenance, because the next crisis isn't a matter of if, it is when. Utilities must invest in leadership training. The moment a crisis hits should never ever be the first time a team runs its emergency response plan. It should be muscle memory. As the world faces more uncertainty, climate change, cyber threats, geopolitical instability, utilities must be resilient. And resilience starts with leadership. In times of crisis, water leaders must be more than operators. They must be calm, decisive, and prepared. Because in the end, leadership isn't just about managing systems. It is about safeguarding lives.